only having to travel a short distance to try and win their second grand final. It's their fifth final, so they've been the bridesmaids too many times as far as they're concerned. How they'd hate to lose first up against the Marlins. They've never met before, these teams. The Marlins, they could clean sweep this season by winning the CBA championship. They've only lost twice, whereas the Miners have been beaten 4 times in this season down south. With me in commentary, Australian national men's coach Barry Barnes. As usual, CBA finals time. Barry, they have been here before, the Miners. Will that stand them in good stead against the new chums?
I think it will. I think there's a lot of experience in the Miners team. You know, Eric Cooks has been to the finals every time with the Miners. Gilbert, had a year in Hobart with the NBL. You know, they've got a lot of players that have been there before, and I think that'll put them in good position to carry out the championship.
Yes, they're certainly not going to let, if they've got anything to say about it, the Marlins steal a title first up.
Cairns, I hope you came to play, because we did.
Ladies and gentlemen, we didn't know who was American for tonight. Where are the Cairns supporters?
We're going to call it. Yeah. Let's see, how are you? What, you did what, 92, did you? Did you do last year's? The Siebel, of course, yeah.
Started 7, 4, 7, 9, 10, 14.
So the CBA Championship decider underway for 1994, and the Cairns Marlins in that green and gold, very similar to the Australian strip. Going to the right of screen, Terry Johnson, stopped from driving. Billy Ross, just to shoot it from anywhere, and why not when you can shoot it like that?
That's certainly right. Good strong move to the basket.
The Miners, Eric Hayes. Eric Cooks. Now, Paul Hodgson is an athlete. He showed us there with that athletic catch. Lowry trying to drive, and the foul called on Terry Johnson.
Terry Johnson. He's had a very good final series, I've been told. He's really stepped up.
11:22 into the grand final, and the Miners look to score. Lowry. Very quick. And they'll have to watch him.
It'll be a very good tussle out in the point. Johnson and Lowry.
4.5 metres, Billy Ross, no problems. He has all Cairns points. They lead by 2, a minute into the grand final. Paul Hodgson running the point for the Miners. Eric Hayes. The lob in to Cooks, who's fouled against Ben Johnson.
He's called,
is he?
Yeah, he's called a pushing charge on, pushing foul on Cooks, pushing off.
Ian Watts adjudicating there. Ian Watts refereeing with John Payne. Ben Johnson handing it over to Gausser Arnold. Into Van Bale. Terry Johnson quick. Tops the ball straight down to Eric Cooks. Hodgson, charge. Good positioning from Gausser Arnold.
Yes, the initial nerves of a little bit of up-tempo.
Terry Johnson with the ball. Terry should be pretty well known to Victorian basketball fans. Spent last year at the North Melbourne Giants with his brother Rodney, as Ross misses his first shot of the game. Hodgson with the rebound. Cooks lost it. The voice you hear, Rod Pop, the coach of the Cairns Marlins. Ben Johnson stopped baseline by Hayes. Good ball movement from the Marlins. Nice work, Terry Johnson. The foul's called on Hank Terpstra, the Miners centre. That's their coach, Brendan Joyce. Super experienced. Shot clock says 12 seconds. Now, Ian Watts just coming over to check with the scorer's bench. It's a 4-2 lead for Cairns. Resetting the 30-second shot clock. Bounce from Johnson. The two Johnsons. This is Terry. Billy Ross being guarded by Eric Hayes. Missed his last two shots. It's a Marlins ball. The two centres, Terpstra and Van Bale. Johnson comes up short. And this time, it's the Marlins who complain about the ball going the Miners' way. Damon Lowry and Paul Hodgson, the backcourt for Ballarat. Eric Hayes wants a screen from Terpstra, and Hayes drives. He just, I think, fooled the Marlins there, lulled them.
Yeah, he called the postman over to set the screen and then went the opposite way from the screen.
Van Bale backing in on Terpstra. Good block from the Miners centre. Home fans like that. Well, virtually home fans. 4 points apiece. Billy Ross has the shot knocked away by Cooks.
Yeah, he's called over the back foul. I think both teams at the moment are really playing a little bit up-tempo. They're, you know, once they settle down.
Lowry for the Miners with 8:34 left in the first quarter. Scores level at 4 apiece. Terpstra. Hodgson. Hayes for three. All net. Two big baskets, the last two from Eric Hayes. Good battle here between Arnold and Hodgson. 3 points, misses from Terry Johnson, but stuck in by Johnson, so it's a 1 point lead, 7-6 for the Miners. Hodgson for three, no, just inside the 2 point arc, and they're shooting pretty well, Ballarat, the early going. Three of three from the 4 of 4 from the field of Ballarat, and there's Ross. 6 points for him in the game. He's 3 of 4 from the field. Hayes, again, great explosion from him, and he's fouled by Van Bale.
Got off to a good start, actually. He's playing very controlled, very controlled. Drew the defence, centre took it at them and drew the foul.
So Eric Hayes goes to the line. 5 points already. First trip to the line for a Miner. They haven't missed a shot in this game yet.
And coach Brendan Joyce will wish you that, hopes that continues.
The 29-year-old makes no mistake. 11-8 lead for Ballarat over Cairns.
Gone into
a trap.
A trapping defence.
And Cochin's lost his boot. He stepped right out of his shoe there. Now Gasser Arnold, Queensland junior, he shows his explosive pace, but good block there from Cooks. Hank Terpstra. It's the 4th team foul on the Marlins. Still 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hayes being guarded by Ross. And Eric Hayes really taking it to the Marlins here.
So they empty out one side. They left the side. Obviously, Ross is going to have some trouble containing him. Hayes is very quick.
You got to keep him off the line if you expect to win.
Rod Pop just yelling out to his team, you've got to keep him off the line if you expect to win. 84% free throw shooter this season, Eric Hayes. And what a brilliant start he's had.
They've gone into their press again.
Arnold waits for some support. Ben Johnson. Now Terry Johnson. Gasser Arnold. Nice work inside to the centre. The pass right on Ben Johnson's head, then ricocheted into Ian Watt's head. And there, that wouldn't have tickled.
No,
a bit hard to handle, this pass from Russell Van Bale. And the ricochet, 2 heads aren't better than one.
Oh, it's good to see, I know, he's picked the call.
Just seeing double a little bit. Ian Watts. Ross, they're all over him. Oh, good hands, great steal. Damon Lowry, coast to coast. He's fouled. 3-point play. That gets the Miners fans to their feet. The team have got off to a sensational start here.
There's a great bit of defence there. Good, quick hands.
And they have not missed a shot of any description. This bonus to make the advantage 8 points. Gasser Arnold just getting a bit of a talking to from Ian Watts. He was the one that fouled Lowry.
Certainly, though, the Miners will come out pressing after this shot. I'd say on a made basket at the foul line, they're pressing.
It's the first shot the Miners have missed in the game. Lowry back after it. But it's despite Brendan Flynn's protestations. Brendan Joyce, rather. It's Cairns ball. Ross. Doing it at the offensive end, but he's having trouble containing Hayes at the other. Ross just backs off Hayes. Cochin. Cooks was open for a second. Cochin lobs it to him. Good defence. Van Bale in the way there. And a good stop as far as the Cairns Marlins are concerned. 3 for Ross. It's the first successful 3 attempts for Cairns, and it's cut the lead to just 2. Marlins call a timeout. 5-point run there before that timeout for the Cairns side. 5:21 left in the first quarter.
Alright, got 12 seconds under shot clock. All it is basically thinking around.
Let's run some pick and rolls. Okay, either off the dribble or to it. Twos and a thumb. Look at Taylor Johnson. Alright, they're looking to get back and double cooking. So you've got to make yourself, show yourself. Alright, you've got a little jumper from the free throw line. Keep crashing the boards. Alright, it's excellent. Defense is fine. The referee's got to go our way soon. Alright, we've had some tough calls, but tough it out. Okay, managing the ball game now.
Well, they've done it all over the court, and just watch this steal on Arnold. Great work from Damon Lowry, and he finished it off with a three-point play.
Actually, he did quite well to regain recovery. I thought he got his hand to it. He might not have been able to get it to take it down the court, but he did an excellent job.
No foul.
Back to the ball game. 15 plays 13.
Substitution made by Brendan Joyce. Matthew Campbell has come into the game for Paul Hodgson. Cairns still out there with their starting five. They'll play maybe the whole game. Good hands from Terry Johnson. And they can level it up here, the Marlins. Johnson does level it. Terry Johnson's first basket makes it 15 each. Hank Terpstra substituted in the pivot by Grant Keys. So this has been a big effort from the Marlins. They were down by 7 unanswered points. Maybe now it's answered. Damon Lowry with a three-pointer. Ben Johnson, being quiet. Got away from Cooks there. And the rebound pulled in by Campbell. Lowry, upping the tempo. Not that it's been slow at any stage. Ben Johnson lost it. Oh, nice out-of-bounds play and the foul on Campbell. Marlins just caught a little bit of sleep there.
That was 24, number 7, Arnold, third personal.
Arnold will have to be substituted. That's the third foul on the guard. And Richard Ketchell is going to replace him. It's Matthew Campbell at the line. Niners keep possession. Hayes. 3 points from Lowry. Not that time. And Van Bale with the rebound. He needs some help, the big setter. Oh, gives it away. Campbell puts it back in. Cooks. But Van Bale's blocked him.
Great work by Cairns.
You know, did he get it away in 3 seconds? Almost punished. Campbell for three. The rebound, Terry Johnson. Well, they're starting to miss a few shots anyway, Ballarat. Ross. Oh, yes! He's fouled and will go to the line. He was at a 45-degree angle when he let that go. Hayes getting right underneath him. But great balance from Billy Ross.
he's certainly living up to all the reports that he's a great player. He's certainly leading the charge for the Cairns team.
24 years of age, Ross, from Alabama, where in his senior high school year he was voted MVP of the state.
Yeah, he's doing an excellent job for his team right now.
Campbell, the lob into Cooks, who's been quiet, and Van Bale too tall. So, for the first time, Cairns can take the lead. Terry Johnson calling Ross out. 12 seconds on the shot clock. This is Ben Johnson. Campbell going well with him. Good defence from the Miners. He's done well since coming on, Matthew Campbell. He says the ball was knocked out. Ian Watts says he lost it.
I think the coach would have liked to have seen the ball in Lowry's hands then. Should have got it to the point guard to set up their offence. They've been doing a very good job today. Both teams, I think, are both playing very patient offence.
2:18 left in the first quarter. Ross off to Ben Johnson. No, it's not. It's Richard Ketchell, the substitute, scores his first points. So for the first time, Cairns lead Ballarat. They were down by 7. Nowhere for Keys to go. Great scrapping from Ben Johnson. Here it is again. The centre gets it away, Van Bale. Terry Johnson. Billy Ross, and the lead is 4. 14 points already for Ross. 17, sorry. That was a 2-pointer, not a 3-pointer. That has been... I thought his foot was on the line. He was given a 3 initially, so 16 points for Ross. Just 90 seconds to go. And Ballarat set the early pace. And long-range effort from Keys. Cuts the difference to 2.
Sub coming in, Stephen Henson.
Yes, Russell Van Bale's done a lot of hard work in the middle, and he deserves a bit of a rest. So, Rod Pop has used 2 of his bench in the first quarter. Terry Johnson off the screen from Henson. Ketchell. Ben Johnson. Ross. Around Hayes with brilliant athleticism. So 4 points down are Ballarat. They're 1. No. Marlins come up with it. 9 seconds the difference between the shot and the game clock. They're going to use all it if they can. The North Queenslanders. Looking to have a 6-point break at the first change. Rod Pop calling it from the sideline. We've got to get the shot away 2 seconds before quarter time. They take it early. Terry Johnson makes the basket. Turnover. Oh, nearly punished there, Ballarat. They might still be. Ben Johnson. No, it's not. It's Ketchell again. What a great performance from the Marlins. They were down by 7, and now they're up by 8 at quarter time.
Melly, just get the jugs in here. Now rest.
That's a good team, man. Keep it out the middle. Keep it out the middle. Where's your right? Hey, help you out. We're going to step you out when they shoot that pitch. Yep. Or if they face has to.
The big thing is just keep your defense snug, you understand? Keep it tight. Keep everything in front of you. Now, Billy will draw a crowd. Hey! Billy will draw a crowd. You got to keep everybody moving
Okay, Ben, you got to get involved offensively. You understand? Keep the ball moving. Keep your spacing. We'll use Steve as the high post man to step, so he actually has two open sides.
To the ball to the top of his leg.
Okay?
Walk up to the top of the ball.
But keep your focus. Keep your focus. Okay?
Didn't get any
Keep
voice
your
left.
focus, Marlins. Get the loose ball. Just build. Don't let him run on you. Don't let him run. All the loose balls are ours. This is rest.
Top scores at quarter time for the Marlins. Billy Ross has 18 points. 4 points to both Mr. Petrel and Terry Johnson. The Ballarat Miners, 9 points to Eric Hayes, 7 to Daniel.
We've got a shot him down. He had 18 in the quarter. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Come on, fellas, see you now.
Cairns on a 20-5 run to turn a 7-point deficit into an 8-point lead starting the second quarter. First time they've come south this year, and well, they look like they're back on their home court the way they played the second half of that first quarter. Hodgson, starting point guard, back on court for the Miners, missing, and that's something they didn't do at the start of the first quarter. Cairns have thrown up 24 shots to Ballarat's 14. Oh, the block from Cooks is called a foul. And he looks a little bit out of sorts in the early going, Eric Cooks.
He's got to get more involved in the offense, although I thought Ballarat have been taking the perimeter shot. They'd be wise. I think, to go inside a little bit more to Cooks. He's certainly the player they need to get involved in this game.
Ben Johnson at the line, where he's shot over 90% from the stripe this season. Well, in the finals anyway. Four points for him in this game so far, and it's a 10-point lead to the Marlins.
Stay solid.
Hayes gone quiet after an explosive opening. Cooks. Lowry caught on the hand by Terry Johnson.
Terry Johnson has been picked for his second personal foul.
Second foul on Johnson, just reaching in here. He says he caught the ball.
Move your feet, Richard.
Lowry, nice work inside. And Terpstra. Tempo just slowing down a bit, Barry.
Yes, they're playing well, you know. Oh, there's a man under the basket there. They lost their defense assignments there for a bit. No, they're still in man, Ballarat. I thought they may have shifted to a zone.
Johnson with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Terpstra couldn't hang on to it. Hodgson sets away Hayes in the open floor. Oh dear. Have Ballarat lost it? He made a much more difficult jam than that in the first quarter, and the fans were taking the breath in, weren't they?
He's two minds, whether he's going to lay it in or jam it. Unfortunately, lost the ball on the way up.
Hard to shoot over because of this guy.
Eric Cooks is substituted by Grant Keys, and Cooks doesn't look like he's come out to play like he told us he was going to. There's Ben Johnson with 2.
Yeah, the coach asking for more of an offensive input, and he's just answered him.
Coach, watch Billy and Ben. Just kick out of there.
Terpstra. Nice shot over the top of Henson. He's got 4 points now, the last 2 baskets for Ballarat. 8 points the difference. Ballarat forced the turnover. Hodgson was in the open court, but Hayes holds it up. Here he is for 3. Oh, well, almost an assist, but Keys couldn't make it. Ketchel has it stolen away by Lowry. Lightning reflexes from Damon Lowry. I tell you, Rod Pop, if he's got any voice left at the end of this game, I'll be surprised. This is opposite number, Brendan Joyce. Second year at Ballarat. Nice 25 to go in the second quarter.
Isolating Hayes again. Yes, that's the spot.
Into double figures is Eric Hayes. Six points the difference. 9 minutes left in the second quarter. A bit of a flop from Hayes. He's called for the foul. Second foul on Hayes. Much more patient now, Cairns. They have the lead. Henson called for offensive foul.
He stepped around as the man would try to go over the screen. He made his move too late.
Richard Ketchel, in fact, called for the foul. That's the stamping Rod Pop. This team's lead could be whittled down to 4 here.
He's trying to get a change defensively. He doesn't want to start defending Hayes.
That's been the way it's gone since the start of the game, and Hayes burns him again.
And that's what the coach was stomping his foot on the floor for. He wanted to change, and the players didn't make the change, and there's the result.
Good control from Johnson. Can't draw the foul. 3 seconds in the Keys. Basket didn't count from Ben Johnson. And now the lead can be cut to 2. Hayes again. It's Ben Johnson that's got the defensive assignment. Big rebound from Ketchel. And Henson comes up with it. He might be about to be substituted by Van Bale, who's had a good break. Sat down for 6 minutes. Billy Ross. And the rebound taken by Terpstra. Ballarat have outscored Cairns 8-4 in this half. Hayes is fouled. He'll shoot 2. Ben Johnson called for the foul. Eric Hayes, being the dominant offensive player for Ballarat.
Yes, it's been Ross for the Marlins and Hayes for the Miners.
Hayes averaging 23 points per game this season. Has 15 in the grand final. And we've still got 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Ben Johnson. It's out of the trap. Marlins much quieter tempo-wise in this half. Terry Johnson gets 3. It looked like an afterthought, but it didn't look like missing. So Cairns hold the lead with 7 minutes to go in the first half. Keys to Hayes. Oh, the block from Ben Johnson, but I think the foul might have come from Van Bale. No. It's called on Johnson. Bit unlucky.
Yeah, when a player gets you on the move like that, though, it's very difficult that they're not going to call the foul on you.
Ballarat 7 of 10 from the line. Eric Hayes, perfect. Really gives the impression he's a big game player. Looks cool. And he's been primarily responsible, scoring-wise, for Ballarat cutting the lead deficit to 3 again. Terry Johnson had a lot of the ball in this second quarter. They haven't really gone to Ross too much. And the steal forced by Keys gets it back from Lowry and makes the difference 1 point. Cairns have played a little bit into Ballarat's hands, just taking the foot off the gas a bit.
Yes, they've played, so they've gone away from Ross.
Well, there's Ben Johnson.
Yep.
So whatever Ballarat have thrown at Cairns, they've been able to answer in this second quarter. Tremendously competitive. CBA Grand Final. Damon Lowry. Johnson couldn't swat it away. The difference is 1 point again. Terry Johnson's been setting it up in this quarter, and perhaps he's got a little bit cold. Billy Ross hasn't seen a lot of the ball.
But again, Ballarat got confused in their defence. Fancy leaving that man out there all alone.
But they can take the lead now. Hayes explodes away. Almost tipped it back. Good work from Ketchell there. That was Hayes that hit the basket floor, along with about 3 others. It's getting pretty tough. Ketchell just tripped over the feet there of Damon Lowry. Ross can do it from outside or inside. Doesn't matter to him.
That man again.
His first points of the quarter. He's got 20 already. It's the Hayes-Ross show at the moment. Terry Johnson protects the ball well, and he found Ketchell. Over and back call.
Oh, tough call.
Very close.
Yeah, good call, ref, but gee, tough. When everyone's scrapping for the ball, it's always a call that kills you.
John Payne, the referee that called it. And timeout called by Brendan Joyce. Very competitive second quarter. 4.5 minutes of it left.
Yeah, Cooks is coming back in.
Go, Cookie. Right. That's a way to tough it out, fellas. That's a way to tough it out and get back. All right. Once again, let's start 4 high. Okay, don't call it. Fist. 4 high next time
Let's
down.
take a look at that backcourt violation again.
You can't get it.
See Johnson throw the ball into the front court, and very good call. Foot over the cutting the line there from Richard Ketchell.
Yes, unfortunately, Ross couldn't get that foot over the line quickly enough.
You can't get it in. Look to penetrate on the outside. Buzzer goes. Get it in Damon's hands. Spread the floor. Penetrate. Don't settle for jump shots. Take it to the hoop. Get to the free throw line. Okay?
Look up this 53. Don't play so high. We've got 2 back, 3 up. Is that right?
53, trapping back into a man. 33 got open then. Right, can't leave him open. Whoever it is, let's go.
Richard Ketchell is a cousin of Danny Morsu.
Oh, is he really? You can throw that one in. Carry to Hodgson. All over him is Ketchell. Nice pass inside of Keys. The fadeaway's a beauty.
Nice basket for young man.
Grant Keys, just 18 years of age. Again, they trap on Ben Johnson. Terry Johnson helps him out. Ross is free. Takes on Keys. Oh, great work. He loves it down there. He seems to be able to lose the defence. Got great peripheral vision.
I think it'd be a bit good for young Keys. I think at this stage it's asking a bit much to let the young man pick him up.
Lowry, reject from Van Bale. 3.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Oh, charge or... No, the foul's been called on
Before
Ballarat.
the charge.
Oh, Hayes really hurt that one.
You pick up 33. Right, it's going, you know, it's going left, just the turn head.
I don't know that Craig Gilbert wanted to hear that. You pick up 33, that's Billy Ross. Johnson backs away from Keys and knocks it down. Ben Johnson now in double figures. So Craig Gilbert seeing minutes for the first time in the game. The Marlins answering everything the Miners can throw at them. Lowry. Van Bale, another good board. He needs some help from some of the smaller players. Ben Johnson upping the tempo. Gilbert takes the charge. Second foul on Billy Ross. Now it's Ballarat just slowing the tempo down. Gilbert, they're spreading out for him because he's got the mismatch on Van Bale, who fouls him. 3-point play opportunity.
Good call by Brendan Joyce. He put him in there and they've taken the big fellow away from the basket. Quick sub coming in. He's not going to be able to stay with Gilbert out there.
So Van Bale substituted. Henson going onto the court. It's a real readjustment needed here by Cairns. He couldn't make the bonus, Gilbert. The difference is 3 points.
Terry Johns is doing an excellent job controlling the tempo for the Marlins. There's the man of the moment.
Ross, the underhand layup, draws the foul. But Ballarat got their smallest lineup out there, and I wonder if the Miners might be exploited by Cairns in that department. The scoring machine, Billy Ross. $24 points for the import from Alabama. So Henson has got the job of guarding Gilbert here. He looks at 6s and 7s. Cooks. That might give him a bit of confidence. He's got a poke in the eye, and I think their contact's been moved.
Yep. Actually, good play by Gilbert to get the ball into Cooks, because I think he needed a basket to get on the sheet.
Yes, I'm sure they wouldn't have expected Ballarat that it would be with under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter before Cooks would score. Ballarat would love to get the lead back before half-time. Ross been guarded by Gilbert. The give and go with Terry Johnson. Almost tipped back in by Cooks there, and he comes up with the board. Hayes. Hodgson knocks the ball out. Ben Johnson. Lowry's quick. Terry Johnson. Good transition offense from the Marlins. They've been able to maintain this 5-point lead no matter what. Terry Johnson matching the pace there with Lowry. Gilbert foul. And they're really looking to exploit that every time they can there. Henson.
Red one, overtime. Yep, red. You're playing up the top. You at the back, lazy. Steve, don't chase up.
So 2 or 3 from the line, Gilbert. He's got 4 points. Into the last minute of the half. Ross with beautifully soft hands. Has 26 points. He's 10 of 11 in 2-point field goals. 1 of 4 in 3-point attempts. Hodgson. Throws it away. Terry Johnson. Terrible there from Ross. Yes. Ross looks to go left on every opportunity. All the time left in the half for Ballarat, who can't take the lead. And the clear out. Damon Lowry. Johnson's done a great job and he strips the ball off him. They've got to just throw it up. Oh! A hope three-pointer from Hodgson. It's 2, is it? He caught it in one hand and just threw it towards the hoop. That had to be 3.
That's a 3. It's dead set 3.
Well, 3 it is to make the difference. 2 points at half-time, 49-47. The Marlins under pressure, but they held the lead. Where'd you get the 2 from? Did he? Really? Yeah.
He took it off 1 foot, so and he was well and truly outside the 3-point line. So.
So what? Yeah. Yep. No. We've only got 4 scorers.
Yeah, someone else I think will need to step up this half.
I think in the end. Yeah.
They've done a superb job. Ross has done a great job. You know, he's a nice player to watch. I think the coach understands his team because, as he said to Ben Johnson, there, he asked him to step up in the offensive area in that quarter.
And he did too. Yeah. Good. Oh, well.
Here we go, third quarter, final game.
So the second half underway, and the Marlins going to the left of screen, coming up with it straight away. This looks like the start they wanted. No, Ross misses. Referees in charge of this game, Ian Watson, John Payne. And Ballarat looking to tie it up. Cooks, he's fouled as well, three-point play, and what a turnaround this might start for Cooks, who has just had 2 shots put up in the first half.
Yep. Certainly didn't get involved in the game enough in the first half, and that was a nice pass, down low, and 3-point play coming up.
And the foul on Russell Van Bale, his 4th. And the rebound from Ben Johnson. Scores level. Gausser Arnold on 3 fouls. The Youth Player of the Year in the Northern Conference of the CBA. Ben Johnson came up big in the second quarter for the Marlins, but they've missed their first 2 shots of the second half. Lowry. Nice work to Cooks, obviously. Brendan Joyce has put it to Cooks during the halftime break. Give us something, Eric.
Yeah, he's too good a player. You know, he's been a great player over the years. And certainly, you know, he's going to come back and play a lot harder in this next half. And the players are looking for him.
31 years of age, most experienced player in the grand final. And for the first time since about halfway through the first quarter, Ballarat lead. Hayes. Need some help from Hodgson. Terpstra. Nice work in the paint for the big fella.
Good step.
Ross waits for some help, and it comes from Terry Johnson, who did a great job running the floor for his team in the second quarter. He gets it inside to Ross, and the foul on a minor.
And on Hayes, I think he's called it on Hayes.
It is Eric Hayes, his 3rd. Just caught the very elusive Billy Ross. They've only got 4 scorers in the game so far, Cairns, but when you got one guy who's already got 27. I guess if he dries up, though, they're in trouble.
Well, that's unfortunately, I think that's the way they've played for most of this season and most of this playoffs. They've all got involved.
Hodgson taking on Arnold, couldn't bank it in. Good play from Terpstra, stuck back by Cooks. So it's Cairns who have to play the catch-up now. They leave Ben Johnson alone. He's cold so far in the second half, but he gets it back from Hayes. Or does he? Yes, and has some help from Ross. Oh,
well done.
He spotted Terry Johnson, but so did Damon Lowry.
Great anticipation by Lowry.
$9:50 to go in the third quarter. Hayes. That's how he began the game. That first step, he's just explosive. Minus fans, a bit subdued in the second quarter, starting to find their voice again. Terry Johnson missing, but Van Bale with the rebound. Ross for 3. Almost tipped in by Ben Johnson. Hodgson. Will he wait for help? He doesn't need it, or does he? Yes! Cooks! This is a different man from the first half.
It's got the bench up, it's got everybody up.
The big follow-up jam. And he enjoyed it too. It didn't look like he was enjoying himself in the first half. Cooks got the job of guarding Ben Johnson. Arnold for 3. No. Van to Terry Johnson. Johnson's first points of the half. He has 11 in the game. Rod Pop is that voice you hear. He hasn't stopped talking, the Cairns coach. Keep solid. It's been his favourite call as Hayes has his tipped in by Terpstra.
All Ballarat's baskets have come from the inside at the start of this quarter, so certainly it's been a focus.
Ben Johnson, all net. In fact, it hardly even disturbed the net. Right perfectly through the cylinder. Now Lowry just slowing down the tempo. He can change up pretty quickly. There's a hand in there. I think it was Terry Johnson. Oh, what a scrap. Hayes for two.
Good job for Terpstra to come up with the ball. Very confident stroking it. Nice shot.
Arnold over the tall timber. Didn't go. Terpstra doing a great job at both ends. Hodgson. Van Bale was back to slow his progress. Hayes.
They're not going to give you the baseline this time.
Around Cooks. An almost impossible shot and taken by Ben Johnson. But Ballarat getting back quick in defence. Travel on Arnold, regarded as one of the showmen of the Northern Conference. Gouser Arnold, just 19 years of age.
Come on, wait!
A local. Walking around Eric Cooks.
There's Cooks again, under the basket.
It's a 15-6 start to the second half for the Miners. Terry Johnson with the basket. We've almost got 6 players out on the court there. So close to being out on the court is Pop, the coach. Ben Johnson to Arnold, goose-stepping his way down the left wing. Ross loses Hayes. They just can't stop him.
Beautiful shot.
He's got 30 points. Shot that high arc over the top of Terpstra and never looked like missing. Hodgson for 3. Eight points for Paul Hodgson in the game. Just off him a little bit there, Arnold, and he took the open invitation, the Miner. Van Bale. Doing well. He sets the screen now, and Arnold gets 3 points. So he gets it back for the Marlins, and it's 3 points the difference. .4:38 left in the third quarter. The lob in to Terpstra. He's had a big half, or quarter anyway. 6 points so far in this third quarter for Hank Terpstra. Or Hankster, as they call him, in the Ballarat Miners camp. Arnold throws up a prayer.
They're lucky not to come up with a foul there, I would say.
Oh, and there's a foul on Terry Johnson.
Hey, get your defense right.
certainly Ballarat have come up a lot. Spark have come out with, with Brendan Joyce, the way that he played. Certainly his team is certainly coming out. Any team he'd have control of wouldn't be throwing it in.
Here's Terpstra again, trying to feed Cooks. It's a 2-on-3 break. Down it goes from Ben Johnson. And the difference is 3 points. Cooks forced well out from the basket. Oh, huge steps in the lane. And he's got double figures in this quarter. $13 points for Eric Cooks. Van Bale, nowhere to go. Steps out of court. I just wonder if he can do it with this limited number of players, Rod Pop, whereas Brendan Joyce able to rotate players off the bench, and they haven't let him down. Grant Keys now comes into the game.
Timeout called.
It's called by Brendan Joyce with 3:11 to go in the third quarter. His team up by 5.
All right, this time down we're going 34. Let's make them play some D. They're going to tie it. All right? 34, but we'll take those layouts. Okay? Next time down after that, let's look at the box play. Now, if the jumper's not on, Damon, get vision of the 2-man as well as the 3-man. All right, shoot well, Paul. We're going to go to the boards, but if it's not on, then we go to our 3-out-2 in motion. All right, stay patient. Put the ball in Damon's head, penetrate, keep your head up. Both these guys are shooting well. And you guys go strong to the paint. Hey, the defense is watching. We've done it for us, fellas. Stop together. They don't know what we're in. They still think we're in something else. 3 minutes to stop. 74. You can't give ground back here. Get a hand up on the shooters. Russell, he's a shooter now.
An interesting stat to see just where Ballarat shots are coming from. I think if you had the stat, they'd all be inside the paint. I think Hodgkin hit 1 3-pointer and Hayes hit 1 from the perimeter, but that's about the only shots they've had. They've probably hit 15, 20 points.
22-15 in this quarter. Ballarat have outscored Cairns. Keys working on Van Bale, who's on 4 fouls. He gets the rebound. Crunchy girls enjoying the action, as is this full house at the West Bendigo Stadium. Big rebound from Keys. Well, Van Bale came in and the referee said Keys was the last hand to touch it. Yeah. The centre nearly got in the way of his guard there. Arnold. Inside to Ross, who slides around the side of Hayes. He's got just 4 points in this quarter, Billy Ross. Not too much doubt about that one. Arnold. Here's Ben Johnson. Oh, the big block from Eric Hayes. He's got tremendous anticipation.
Oh, great block.
14!
Marlins looking to cut into this 5-point deficit. Billy Ross, nice to Van Bale. Cooks made a nuisance of himself in there. Kept it out. Van Bale wants it back again to make amends. Terry Johnson is fouled. Just the second team foul in this quarter. Lowry called for the foul. There it is, optimistically trying to knock the ball away. Matthew Campbell, the 17-year-old, onto the court, number 33, guarding the 19-year-old Arnold. Oh, a big shove in the back from Van Bale, and that's his 5th foul. And he's going to have to sit down.
That'll do the young man's confidence good. A big, strong rebound, comes off the bench. In the final, it's great to see. I think this young man, 33, Matthew Campbell, was a great three-point shooter. I watched him early in the year, and he's a young player with a lot of potential.
Here he is. I think Cairns have done the scouting. Keys drives in. These bench players are doing a great job for Ballarat, and Rod Pop just doesn't have the men to go to on his bench.
Like at 18, no problems at all. Very confident about what he was going to do.
Ben Johnson's got 2 to beat. He's so quick. Lowry, lovely. And the follow-up from Cook, second time in this half. And the crowd now becoming a factor. Campbell missed the layup. Cooks didn't.
That's it, Hazy.
Arnold into Terry Johnson, tough shot.
Yeah, good basket. Takes a bit of the adrenaline out of the game. They come down and scored. If they hadn't scored then, it was could have been in big trouble.
The last shot of the 3rd quarter. Hayes. They want to clear out for him. Taking on Ross. Ross got a hand on it. Hayes to Cooks. That could have been a brilliant finish to a wonderful half for him. But instead, no basket. Didn't get the shot off in time. Bad luck for Arnold. And that quarter belonged to Ballarat. Turned a 2-point deficit into a 7-point lead. Some worries for Rod Pop.
You've got to move the basketball, Gowsy. You just hold it on the wing. Dribble, swing it, or pass it. Our first possession is a color. And I want the ball in the block. Understand? I want a color, and I want the ball in the block. Now, come on. But doggone it, get yourself back. Take care of the basketball.
Certainly the Miners seem to have the cards up their sleeve to go on and win this. Yep. So the Miners seem to have the cards up their sleeve to go on and win this. I wonder if we can get a Cairns perspective from John Flynn.
The Marlins can win it from here, but it's going to take one special effort. Firstly, Russell Van Bale's got 5 fouls against his name. He's in trouble. Stephen Henson will be called on to take some big minutes off the bench. Let's hope he can do it from the Marlins' point of view. The problem at the moment, and what Coach Rod Pop is emphasising, is to get the motion offence going. Ballarat has really got in the way of the Marlins' offence, and Rod Pop wants the Marlins to work the ball around the perimeter and then make some scoring points.
Throw the game on. You flash high, cook it in the low block, right? Stay low on the
Minutes of the season. Here we go.
So 12 minutes of the season to go in the CBA for 94, and what a start to the last quarter for the Miners. Damon Lowry has 11 points now. The only change to the starting fives is Henson in the middle for Van Bale, and there's the steal. Lowry away from Johnson. Ben Johnson got in the way there as Hodgson was heading for the hoop.
Catch it and score. Come on.
Good strip by Lowry, got in there, took the ball away from the man under the basket.
There he is. And the offensive foul called on Lowry, throwing out the elbow. And the Ballarat fans don't like it. Second foul on Lowry. That man hasn't sat down all game, Rod Pop. This is the man they need to play even bigger than he has all season, but he couldn't get it past Terpstra. Ross. The baseball pass across to Ben Johnson. Terry Johnson's got nowhere to go. They've really upped their defence here, Ballarat. Launches three and comes up short. Ben Johnson. Hayes. The lob into Cooks. Knocked out of court by Cairns. Eric Cooks. Up high. Hodgson to Lowry. He's really making things happen here. Cooks. He's jumping high, and Hayes is fouled. He'll shoot two. And he goes down, Eric Hayes. I don't know if it was Terry Johnson who didn't catch him here. Just out of the picture there. Eric Hayes, top scorer for the Ballarat Miners. 21 points for him. Let's see if we can see what led to him having a bit of a breather here. Really just clashed heads, went off balance.
Yes. Unfortunately now he'll have to be substituted because the medical staff have come off the bench. He's got to go off, yes. He has to be substituted. Once someone comes to attend the player on the court, he has to go to the bench.
Might be a bad thing for him, just to regain his composure.
Yep. You want to make sure, though, as a coach, you're bringing in a foul shooter. Because he's shooting 2 shots.
It's Matthew Campbell who's going to get that job. It's a bit of blood as well, I think. Or is it Cooks who has got a problem as well? Cooks may be bleeding. He's back out there. Yeah. A bit of a dislocation perhaps in the finger. But Campbell, 67% free throw shooter this season. The young man showing plenty of composure.
It's good sub, coach.
I know she waited till it dropped before you said it.
He's got a tough task defensively. He's got Ross.
Well, this is the biggest lead of the game for either team. The Miners by 11. They haven't scored yet in the last quarter. Cairns. Terry Johnson doesn't bother them. 17 points for the Cairns guard. Terry Johnson, who with his brother Rodney, played at North Melbourne Giants last year.
He's played in this game last year with with Northeast Melbourne.
Campbell. Terpstra lobbing into Cooks, and it's a Cairns ball. So they go down and score here, cut the lead deficit to 7. Now, this is the test for young Matthew Campbell. Billy Ross bringing the ball down court, taking him on one-on-one and scoring. First points of the quarter for Ross. Only 6 of the half, and Campbell's going to sit down now to allow Hayes back into the game. Still plenty of time for the Cairns Marlins. 9:20 left in the game. Hayes, he just needed a little bit of a breather.
That's what it was. Needed a rest.
23 points for Hayes, and that's right on his season average per game. Arnold, too hot to handle for Terry Johnson, and Pop hangs his head.
And also, too, I probably wouldn't undersell the job that he's done on Billy Ross in the second half. I think that was probably just as important to Coach Joyce. And certainly Campbell was going to have problems trying to defend him.
Keys, Lowry. Ballarat looked very confident. Plenty of movement in offense. Lovely pass from Cooks into Keys, assist of the game.
Good patient offense.
As Keys puts away the 2, timeout called by Cairns. 11 points up at Ballarat. Too early to celebrate yet with 8.5 to go.
There's still plenty of time in the game to turn it around, and obviously, Coach Pop would want to be looking at Billy Ross. I think he's the player that's got to get back in.
Provided we keep them down, because they only called 2 timeouts in all their finals. All right? Now the reason why we wanted the 34 to milk them to place is deep, but we stayed positive. We take the layups. Hey, don't pick up your dribble. You get open, work hard to receive the ball. Now let's go back with our normal offense. Cut off the post. Normal. Hey, now listen, cut off the fucking post. Cut through. Hayes is isolated on the wing. Right? Baseline, pick and roll. Okay? Ball stop.
Now, once in a while, look to come and trap the first pass. Pass on the wing pass. Look to double on that. Steve, you've got to get across to help.
Mr. Quincy Man, it's time to wake up those Marlins fans and get them into this game.
11 points equals the biggest lead of the game. Ballarat have held it both times. Ben Johnson, but this is the man that's got to come up for them. Billy Ross scrambles after it, cooks the loose ball. Once these Ballarat fans start chanting, Cairns' job is going to be even more difficult. Henson got across there and blocked Keys. Lowry the assist, Hodgson the basket.
Great job by Keys to knock the ball, keep it alive. He did a very good job to knock it out to Lowry.
We've got a score here. Henson working in traffic. He wouldn't let it go. Keys brings it down. Hayes, the give and go with Lowry. Reject from Henson, who was asked for a special effort by his coach during the timeout, and he's done it. But they're being hurt a little bit by Van Bales. 5 fouls. Their starting centre having to watch. Hayes. Keys. Crashing the boards well, the Marlins, but Cooks cleans up the easy basket. 15-point lead for Ballarat. Are they going to put that bridesmaids tag to rest at last?
Certainly the emotion now is riding with Ballarat. Everybody's involved. They can sense the victory's coming.
Ballarat into 5 of the last 6 grand finals in the CBA as Ross scores. They missed out last year, Ballarat, in playing off in the grand final, but in the preceding 3 years, they were runners-up, having won the title in '89. Lowry, too quick there for Terry Johnson.
No help defensively. Everybody was too concerned with their man.
And once he got past Johnson, there was no stopping Lowry. He's got 13 points. Watching the rebound in front of Ross. There goes Johnson. And that's an invitation that Lowry doesn't pass up. Well, the crowd really now a factor. It's going to make it doubly hard for Cairns, but Terry Johnson's in at 3. Substitution being made by Brendan Joyce. Grant Keys having a rest. Back in comes Hank Turkstra, but the second time out in the quarter being called by Cairns.
Okay, hey, maybe. No trees, nothing. Now help's Hank out. Hank's helping out. Okay? Off the drives, hands up, meet it early. Use a good guy that's got a quick rotation. Alright? Hank's going to help out on shots and on the drive. Okay? Scramble. Fellas, let's run that pick and roll play. Because what's going to happen, okay, Hazy's isolated on the wing. Number 1. Then he comes off a pick, looks to score or go down the middle. 2. Right? You swing the ball. Watch, you're breaking up for the ball. Alright? You're breaking up instead of kicking. Swing the ball to Damon. You've gone right. You've got to come to get you got to come and trap now. Hey. This way. When they bring the ball this time, first pass. Keep it solid.
Keep it solid. That's been the call from Rod Pop most of the game.
Yeah, he's obviously asked his guards to trap, so it'll be interesting to see now if they're gambling. Well, but I think Lowry's a pretty good ball handler. I'd be very careful about coming and trapping too early.
This is Hayes. Manages to break free. And a foul on Arnold. It's the second team foul of the quarter. We haven't seen any one-on-one shooting in the game. This is Hayes. Just 6 points in the second half for him, but he's kept that man Ross that was guarding him there down to just 8. Terry Johnson, it's a 3-on-1 break. Arnold. He's a showman. I wonder if that can inspire something with his teammates.
Well, they've come up with it. They've upped the tempo. They're trapping. It's going to be interesting now to see how Ballarat react. The Miners now have got to stay composed.
5 minutes away from the championship of Ballarat. Hayes through the paint. Van Bale back out there in the centre for Cairns. Last roll of the dice really for Cairns. He's on 5 fouls. 3 of Cairns' players have played the whole game. Here's one of them, Terry Johnson. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Cairns.
14!
Johnson hits the side of the backboard and Cooks brings down the board. Ballarat have now drawn level in rebounds with Cairns, 24 apiece. In trail for most of the game. Lowry, Cooks, time ebbing away for Cairns. 12 points behind. Lowry around Johnson again, and Terpstra has his blocked by Ross. Quick outlet to Arnold. Where's some help? Billy Ross loses it. Lowry just says, let's cool it, fellas. Everything's in our favour. 4 minutes to go. The crunchy CBA Grand Final. Lowry lost it, but there was Terpstra. Van Bale can't be too aggressive on him. And a tip in from Terpstra. The Ballarat fans looking forward to their journey home tonight as Ross unleashes one almost from Ballarat and Hodgson the rebound. Hayes enjoyed that bit of space. 3-point play that could just about ice the game. Ben Johnson, the foul, his fourth. He's played every minute for Cairns, as has Ross.
And Lowry's played, I think Lowry's been out there for the whole game for the Ballarat Marlins.
Eric Hayes, 26 points. 3.5 minutes away from the championship, Ballarat. Arnold takes on Hodgson. Fouled by Terpstra. Just the second team foul on Ballarat.
Foul's been called on Terpstra. He's first.
Billy on the open side!
Johnson, the turnaround. Very heady basketball from the backcourt of Ballarat. Lowry's looked after it really well in this quarter. Hodgson always there. And when Lowry goes, he's pretty hard to stop.
He's done an excellent job at the point.
Good play of the basket.
When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. Well, unfortunately, nothing's wrong for the Marlins.
We were just watching a replay as he went in for the jam there, Van Bale, and missed it. That was the big roar from the fans. Cooks. They're looking beaten now, Cairns. Terpstra takes it to the hole. And the lead blowing out to 19 points. Never looked like going from Terry Johnson. They look resigned to defeat now the North Queenslanders.
Yeah, they're looking tired, unfortunately. They're looking tired. I think, they've done a magnificent job to get this far. First year in.
I think the Ballarat Miners saying here, you've got to earn your dues. Inside the last 2 minutes. And Eric Hayes having a chat with the fans. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Spots up for the three. That would have just about brought the roof down. Arnold answers. If that had gone down, there might have been a few worries from the fans. But Terpstra with the rebound. Showtime from the Miners. And a travel from Hayes. Doesn't matter, says the PA announcer. Some early celebrations from Ballarat.
Number 10, Richard Ketchell's coming in as the cousin of Danny Morsu.
14.
Well, he's replacing Russell Van Bale. Really couldn't do a lot defensively on 5 fouls. But we'll keep an eye on Ketchell, who played some good first half minutes, number 10.
That's
Billy
the man.
Ross gone out of it in the second half.
Very quiet in the second half. Yeah, he did an absolute magnificent job in the first half, and to expect him to continue it would be a bit much.
He's only had 10 points in the second half when he was on a 50-game clip, knocked out by Terry Johnson. We're into the last minute of the CBA final for 94, and the Miners are going to win their second championship. Lowry's been tremendous in this last quarter. Got the shot off with 6 seconds to go and is fouled. Will shoot 3 free throws. Arnold's 4th foul. Fouling in the act of a 3-point shot. And that looks like a contented coach to me. Not much help from the legs there from Cooks. But he certainly did respond when his coach asked him for something after half-time. He scored 16 points since the break. He put up only 2 shots in the first half. And that must feel very nice for him. Johnson has his shot blocked by Terpstra, who's been very good. Ben Johnson gets it back. Nothing to lose for Cairns. Arnold misses the 3-point attempt. Hayes. Cooks. And they're just 2 points off their season average of 104 points per game. The Miners. Cooks gets 21 points for the match. 10 seconds left on the game clock. Hodgson and Cooks jams it. What a full stop on the season for Ballarat that was. How sweet that must feel. The championship is Ballarat's. 2-time champions, and Brendan Joyce in his 2nd year at the club takes them to it. And what a happy trip home to Ballarat it's going to be for these fans here at Bendigo. And really, I don't think Cairns should go away too dispirited. They will have learned a lot from this, and 23 points in the end, perhaps not indicative of the fight they gave Ballarat, Barry Barnes.
No, certainly not. I think they can hold their heads high. You know, it's their first year in the competition, and certainly they showed a lot. And certainly they deserved. They showed why they got to the championship. I thought the coach, Rod Piper, done an excellent job. They were very disciplined, and they showed all that discipline in the first half. And unfortunately, certainly they tired, and that was indicative of the final score. But no, they certainly did their play, did Cairns proud, and they can go home and I think get ready for next year, because they'll certainly be around again.
104 to 81, the Ballarat Miners beat the Cairns Marlins in the 1994 CBA Championship. John Flynn is with the man of the match.
Eric, the Marlins put up a strong fight tonight, but the night belonged to the Ballarat Miners.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a tough game. They got a really good team, but we've been fighting for it all year, and you know, we just weren't going to give it up. We're pretty experienced. We've been to a few finals, and we got it done tonight.
Your thoughts in the first half when the Marlins were ahead?
Billy Ross, he was just shooting the lights out. We knew we had to tighten the defense on him in the second half if we were going to get it, and we tightened it up. I don't think he had a whole lot of points second half, and I think that was the difference.
I thought you guys shut them down very well in the second half.
Yeah, we at halftime we just said we need to take care of our turnovers, apply a little bit more defense, and